Kasalukuyan po ng legal counsel ng New Bilibid Prison high-profile inmate JB Sebastian na si Attorney Eduardo Arriba naghain po ng kaso sa Ombudsman laban kay Senadora Laila De Lima. Darito po ang balita.
And inexcusable negligence. Dito ito napugat noong i-transfer ng mga respondents by Director Cruz, Schwarzkopf, Superintendent Schwarzkopf, and Secretary De Lima herself when they ordered the transfer of JB Sebastian from maximum security compound to Building 14. It should be noted na bago i-transfer si Sebastian, sumulat siya kay Director Cruz, kay Schwarzkopf, kay Secretary De Lima na huwag siyang dalhin doon sa Building 14 dahil namimiligro ang buhay niya dahil noong ni-raid ang maximum security compound at yung Bilibid 19 dinala doon sa NBI dahil maraming nakuhang mga illegal na mga kontrabando at droga sa maximum security compound, ang pinagbintangan na nagsuplong o nagbigay ng informasyon kina Secretary De Lima ay itong si JB Sebastian. Na noong may plano ang gobyerno na i-transfer si JB Sebastian sa Building 14, sinabi ni JB Sebastian, huwag niyo po akong dalhin doon, mamimiligro ako dahil andoon yung Bilibid 19, doon din nakadetain. Siguradong papatayin siya dahil pinagdudahan siya na siya yung informant ng gobyerno. Now, despite that request, still tinuloy pa rin nila, dinala sa Building 14 hanggang sa nung nagkaroon ng investigation patungkol doon sa proliferation ng illegal drugs dyan sa maximum security compound sa Bilibid, sa New Bilibid Prison, nagkaroon ng press statement si Senator De Lima at sinabi niya in public na itong si JB Sebastian isang asset ng gobyerno. Dahil dito sa revelasyon na to, lalong nagalit yung mga taong naapektuhan sa raid sa New Bilibid Prison. Kaya tinangkang patayin si JB Sebastian noong September 28. Lalong lumala at lalo nilang pinahamak si JB Sebastian noong inanunsyo na isang asset nga si JB Sebastian. Under the law, kapag ikaw ay asset ng gobyerno, under whatever circumstance, hindi dapat i-disclose kasi manganganib ang seguridad ng isang asset ng gobyerno. Bukas po ng umaga, bukas ng umaga. Meron pa rin po, lahat naman tayo, be it a convicted prisoner, meron tayong karapatan na magsampa ng kaso. Kung halimbawa, yung mga karapatan mo ay medyo na-violate na, lahat tayo may karapatan. Anyway, in this case, this is being filed by JB Sebastian, represented by the wife, Roxanne Sebastian.
Sir, iba po sa
maliban doon sa violation sa Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act, Sebastian also files a complaint for violation of the Anti-Torture Law of 2009. Kasi po, noong nilipat si JB Sebastian upon order of Secretary De Lima, Director Cruz, and Superintendent Schwarzkopf, nung nilipat siya sa Building 14, he was placed in an isolation confinement, solitary cell, kung saan siya lang mag-isa doon, lock up 24/7, walang makausap. So that is mental torture. Under the anti-torture law, what is being prohibited is to subject a person to torture. And torture includes not only physical torture, but mental torture. Placing Sebastian in a solitary confinement, locking him up 24/7, not allowing anybody to visit him, that is tantamount to mental torture. Matagal po. We have proof na sa mga panahon na yon, he was locked up 24/7 dahil meron kaming mga sulat dated October 27 addressed to then Secretary of Justice Kagiwa na sinabi namin, pagdala kay Sebastian, lock up siya, nasa solitary confinement, that is tantamount to torture. We invoke the law against torture. Umabot ng mga hanggang January, Sebastian was transferred October 6 of 2014. Mga January, ganun pa rin po. Kaya as early January or February of 2016, we also filed a request at we called the attention of the concerned agencies na merong torture na nangyayari dito dahil nga mental torture to dahil isolation. He was isolated from the rest of the prisoners, locked up siya 24/7 behind steel bars.
Sir, di ba dahil may attempt sa buhay niya? I mean, di ba parang security niya kaya siya nilagay sa solitary confinement?
Yun nga po ang concern, dapat hindi na lang dinala doon. Yun yung evident bad faith na sinasabi namin or gross inexcusable negligence ng mga respondents dahil alam na nilang may threats to life yet dinala pa rin nila doon. It is as if feeding Sebastian to the lions. Andun yung building, I believe it 19 eh. Pinaghalo-halo sila lahat. That is not prudent thing to do under the circumstances dahil malinaw naman at alam naman nila o public knowledge yon na si JB Sebastian ang pinagbintangan na nagbigay ng informasyon kaya nalaman yung proliferation ng droga sa New Bilibid prisons. In fact, 1 month after the raid and transfer of the Bilibid 19 to NBI, hinagisan ng Granada ang maximum security compound and it is a public knowledge na si Sebastian ang target. And yet, doon pa rin nila dinala sa Building 14 kung saan andun yung mga suspect na nagpapatay kay JB Sebastian. So malinaw na gross inexcusable negligence ito.
Talaga ba, Sir Asif, po siya na
We cannot confirm that. Pero yun nga ang sinabi ko, merong public announcement si Senator De Lima na asset si Sebastian. So lalo nilang in-expose for the second time itong tao na ito to danger and to threats to his life. Dahil sabi ko nga, under whatever circumstances, hindi dapat i-disclose na ang isang tao ay asset ng gobyerno dahil mamimiligro ang buhay niya. True enough, after announcement, after the public statement na si JB Sebastian is a government asset, nangyari nga, pinatay si JB Sebastian. Fortunately, buhay pa rin siya hanggang ngayon. There was a frustrated murder, a premeditated plan to kill him. Bakit nangyari yun? Una is yung pagdala nila sa Building 14 at pangalawa, yung public announcement na isang government asset. Necessarily, magagalit yung mga drug lords sa kanya at kung sino man ang involved dito sa proliferation ng droga sa New Bilibid prisons.
Sir, you know for a fact na kaya siya nalagay sa solitary confinement dahil that was the only way for the DOJ or NBP to keep him safe. Nasabihan ba kayo doon?
Wala naman pong silang rason kung bakit nilipat si JB Sebastian. In fact, on record, meron kaming request na bibigyan kami ng kopya ng order ng sinasabi nilang interagency order or decision para ilipat si Sebastian. But we have documents to show that it was former Secretary De Lima who ordered the transfer of JB Sebastian. And that is on record. Meron kaming dokumento na sinabi ni Director Cruz na they cannot transfer Sebastian back to maximum security compound from Building 14 dahil Sebastian was transferred upon the orders of the former Secretary of Justice De Lima.
Solitary confinement yung tinatanong ko. Were you informed or parang sabihan man lang ba kayo na hindi, kaya nga namin siya inalagay solitary confinement dahil kayo na mismo nagsabi na he's in danger. So, Building 14 pa rin siya pero solitary confinement namin siya para rin hindi siya may ganun bang nangyari na...
There was no official communication to that effect. But we understand, kaya nga ang concern namin, dapat na huwag na lang doon sa Building 14 eh. Kasi nilipat mo nga sa isang safe place, tinutorture mo naman. So that's the effect there. While it may be true that the purpose of transferring Sebastian to Building 14 is to secure him dahil they believe Building 14 is the safe place, pero nilalock up mo naman siya doon, nilagay mo siya sa isang safe na place, pero in point of effect, tinutorture mo siya dahil lock up siya 24/7.
So, attorney, ano po sa tingin niyo, what would have been done kung hindi siya ilipat dun sa building 14 upon receiving threats?
Dapat nilipat nila sa ibang facility. Marami pa namang facilities ang NBP. Hindi lang naman Building 14, hindi lang naman maximum security compound. Meron tayong medium security compound dyan. But the fact is, ito yung pinaka-salient point. Dinala nila yung Bilibid 19 sa Building 14. Galit na galit kay Sebastian dahil na-raid sila, nalaman yung illegal trade activities nila dahil ang alam nila, ang nagsuplong, ang nag-report, nagbigay ng information si Sebastian. And yet doon nila dinala. So that is gross negligence. Now, ang nangyari pa, they were from the start in transferring Sebastian, really grossly negligent. And yet, ito na namang public announcement nila na dinisclose nila, dinidivulge sa publiko na government asset si Sebastian. So, Sebastian is placed twice dito sa danger na to. Not only once, hindi lang isang beses, kundi pangalawang beses. Kaya nangyari yung attempt to kill Sebastian dyan sa Building 14 dahil na-confirm, na-reinforce yung pagdududa ng mga drug lords na informant nga si JB Sebastian.
Sir, can you confirm, willing na raw po si JB makipag-court
I have no comments yet. I still have to discuss this with JB Sebastian. We are preoccupied with this preparation of this complaint. I'll talk with Sebastian. I want confirmation from Mr. Sebastian. I'm not sure, but I was informed this morning by the officers of the Bureau of Corrections that the attending physician may not allow Sebastian because of his present medical condition. Hindi pa siya, kumbaga, yung medical condition niya prevents him from... Still in the process of recovery and under observation. Kaya nga, I was told, hindi po pwedeng dalhin siya bukas or sa 7 sa Kongreso dahil nakakabit pa rin yung dalawang tubo doon sa chest niya.
Pero yung pagsampa niyo ng reklamo o balak yung pagsampa ng reklamo, sign ba yan na si Sebastian is going to work, willing to work with the government?
Well, hindi ko pwedeng kung naririnig nyo yung mga previous announcement namin, right from the very start kung kailan nag-umpisa itong inquiry ng proliferation of illegal drugs, alam ng lahat, pinaalam din namin sa present administration that JB Sebastian is willing to cooperate para lang to shed light on this ongoing investigation on the proliferation of illegal drugs.
Yung cooperation ng president is in category pa.
Well, I will not give any details, basta Sebastian is willing to cooperate.
Stands pa rin yung sinasabi niya na sa presidente nila sa kahit ka-ideology.
Actually, yun yung unang stand namin na kay presidente lang. Pero base dito sa mga recent development, posibleng Sebastian would change his heart or mind. And we will testify before the inquiry being undertaken or conducted by Congress. But I don't want to make a confirmation of that. There's a possibility.
And further actions or plans?
Filing of this case, we have to focus on the possibility that Sebastian would be testifying before the Congress on its inquiry on the proliferation of illegal drugs. Second thing that will be at the foremost of our concern is kailangan hindi maibalik si Sebastian sa Building 14. Yun nga po. Hindi ko pwedeng sabihin kung kaninong version yan. If ever JB Sebastian will speak and participate in the ongoing negotiation, it would be based on his personal knowledge. I cannot say that it will be based on the theory being adopted by the administration administration or the previous administration. Sebastian will speak everything he knows on his personal knowledge.
Sa drug rates sa NDP, sabihin niya.
Opo, that's correct. It has relation to the proliferation of legal drugs. I cannot give any details because even Sebastian told me things about NBP, but those statements are couched in general terms. There are no details. It's only Sebastian that could disclose or could give you the details of what he knows about proliferation of drugs in the Philippines and even outside of it. We cannot rule out the possibility because muntik na siyang mamatay at malinaw premeditated plan at alam namin na itong grupo na to kung sino man ang may kagagawan nito will really move heaven and earth to carry on, to implement, para ma-implementa at finally eliminate JB Sebastian. Because ito yung pinaka plano nila na i-eliminate itong taong to.
Tamaan si Senator De Lima doon sa drugs.
Gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, hindi ako pwedeng magbigay ng details. Si Mr. Sebastian na lang magsabi if ever he would speak in line with this inquiry.
Are we looking into asking for immunity once mag-start yung hearing ng President Sebastian?
If Sebastian would cooperate or if he will not cooperate, he would be compelled to be there. Siguro alam na natin na hindi naman pwedeng ipahamak niya sarili niya kung wala namang immunity, kung wala namang protection, lalo na placing him under the witness protection program. There's a likelihood na siguro Sebastian would rather play safe. Of course, for security reasons. Pero anyway, let's get the bridge when we get there. Tingnan na lang natin kung anong sasabihin niya kung dadalhin siya sa Kongreso.
Okay, sir.
Walbang, alis na kayo dyan, alis na kayo dyan.
At yan pong naging panayam sa legal counsel ni JB Sebastian na si Attorney Eduardo Ariba. Magandang hapon po, ako si Dayan Kirer para sa PTV Newsbreak.